ladies and gentlemen. Wearing a Cobra shirt, no less. Ladies and gentlemen, great mark.
Okay. What are you saying?
I'm here, you're here.
Okay.
I kept it warm for you.
Literally, she did.
Smells good. No, in a good way. How is everyone? Well, thanks for taking the time to sit here and wait for me and listen to me talk rubbish and try and make you laugh. I hope I do. But yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back in Chicago. I think it was like 2 years ago I was here. And they opened the G.I. Joe weekend and it was crazy. So it's good. Very exciting. And I'm back for G.I. Joe 2. So I'm really excited. So we're in New Orleans right now, and for the last 2 weeks or so, been rehearsing and coming up with some new stuff. And it's been good. It's been challenging and fun. It's good to see everyone again and be back on, TGI Joe. And so I spent. The reason why I was late this morning, apart from me training and doing my 1,000 press-ups, as you can see, I wanted to buy some t-shirts yesterday. I bought some t-shirts for the stunt guys and some of the cast members because I'm a big fanboy as well, and everyone's always like, man, where'd you get your Rhino t-shirt from? My brother cats, you're Transformers. And I'm always wearing these type of t-shirts on set and when we're rehearsing, so it was my job yesterday to buy every single stunt guy in your team a Snake Eyes t-shirt. So I went out and got everyone a Snake Eyes t-shirt. I've got the bad guys, the Cobra t-shirt, this one. I've got some hats, so I'm sucking up to everyone. Hopefully, I'll bring you back for the third one if we do one. But I just want everyone to really support on the movie, and they're big fans, and they're so excited to work with each other. So I just want to get everyone a t-shirt and bring the inner child out in them, and start something up on set. Maybe I'll bring some of the guys to the conventions with it and get talking and stuff. So thank you. Thanks for being here.
Question. What have you been waiting for?
Good, man. Good to see you. Anaheim, baby.
Anaheim, that's right.
We had a good time in there.
Yeah, it was fun.
We smacked you in the face with our mic.
That's right.
Yeah, it was good stuff. John sends his apologies.
How you doing, buddy?
And JC says hi.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good partner in crime.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's at the Orange County Fair right now, eating deep fried bacon that I sent him there to try, because if anyone listens to my podcast, I'm obsessed with bacon.
I heard about deep fried bacon, because we were supposed to do that, because the fair started about 3 weeks ago, didn't it?
Yeah. This is the last one, Dave?
Yeah, and I missed out on that. Excuse me, I was supposed to take my kid there, and it sounded really like a lot of fun.
It's crazy. They're deep frying Kool-Aid now. They are, I'm not sure. Yeah, and water. And by the way, deep fried Oreos are pretty much the best thing on the planet. Go for it, good question.
What's this? Is this a streaming live?
Yeah, here's live on DTRShow.com, baby.
Hello, how you doing? Hope you're well. See this? G.I. Joe, Cobra. Check out G.I. Joe next year. You better come and find you, because knowing is half the battle.
Awesome. Go for it, brother.
I don't know, you tell me. You know what? There's a gap in action movies, in Hollywood action movies. It was like, and now with Matrix and Star Wars, I feel lucky that I got to do a butterfly twist for Star Wars, because no one ever did that in Hollywood movies. And then Matrix came out and just opened up a whole new world, and we started to see things that were already done 20 years ago in Asian movies. So for me, I felt lucky to sort of be part of that. And so yeah, I wouldn't say no to working with Jackie Chan. I would love to work with Jackie Chan. But Donnie Yen I really like. There's something about Donnie Yen's style and what he's done, and just the way he is, And there's a lot of great martial art guys out there. Jet Li, of course, inspired me, and And to this day, I'll still go back and watch a Bruce Lee movie and go, yeah, that's, and what's great about the Bruce Lee movies, the stories were based on the style of Kung Fu I do, by Fu Yin Ga, Qing Wu style. And I just did that by accident. I think I'm going to do Qing Wu today. It was a Kung Fu style that my teacher taught, and I saw it advertised in a church hall, and I've been studying it. So when these movies came out, I went, wait a minute, isn't that the same as us? You know, so it reinforced things for me, and made me proud of doing what I'm doing.
Another question over here. What styles of martial arts and how long has he been practicing?
Good question. 30 years I've been practicing now. And a lot of that practice is for films as well. I went back to Malaysia about 3 or 4 years ago because I felt like there was an emptiness in what I was doing. I wasn't training for myself anymore. I was training for the possibility of a movie role that might happen, that might never happen, but I've got to be ready just in case. And this was before maybe some of the extreme martial arts styles were being very popular. And I just wanted to go back and train on my masters and just be humble myself and pay respects and say, look, I just want to come and learn. And the last time I was in Malaysia, I was 21, and all I wanted to do was wushu, competition wushu. And then this time around they said, so do you want to do wushu or do you want to do traditional? I said traditional. Because the wushu is fun for competition, I can still do wushu, but I can do wushu anywhere in the world. But I want these masters know so much of traditional martial arts, I want to learn something different. They had both within the style, but it was Northern Shaolin Kung Fu is what my teacher taught me in England, and he was Chinese Malay. But within that style, he was also, he represented Malaysia for the Taekwondo team. So he did traditional Kung Fu when he was a kid, and then when he was 14, he wanted to do something tough, something he could defend himself with. Because in Malaysia and China, like the traditional quote, Malaysia, the Kung Fu is taught as more of a health, you know, every granny and grandma's there, and they're all going through the moves. It's a Sunday morning gathering, you know, but there's thousands of people doing it. And I fell in love with that spirit of martial art. And then, so we were doing the Taekwondo kicks and sparring without me realizing, because before internet or magazine, you know, in magazines they didn't really talk about it. So I was lucky to have traditional Kung Fu with the flashy legs. And then when I was 14, I got into wushu. And then I found out that wushu was part of the syllabus of Qing Wu. You know, like we had the traditionals formed, and then the young ones would go and do the wushu side, so I would practice both. And of course I love boxing. You know, to this day, most of my training, boxing, circuit training. I love hitting the bag, and I always relate it to movies. I'll have 3 or 4 bags hung up, and I'll have different palm. Like if you've ever watched the old Kung Fu movies where the disciple has to go into the secret training, and there's the chamber, and things will pop out, and you have to block that. That's what I do in my training every day. In a way, I'm always setting things up for challenges. Like I'll have a heavy bag, then a cannonball, and I have a double-end bag, then I have some lunges here, so I have to boom, punch that move here, and get in here. So I'm always trying to keep. It's not it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
There's no darts.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe if you know my kids, if they found my darts or ninja stars, they would if I said, throw it at daddy, but don't try to throw it, just pretend to throw it, they'll throw it and hit me. I remember on Heroes, the sort of goal. So Northern Shaolin Kung Fu is where because everyone thinks I practice many styles, but I don't. My dad, when I got my black belt when I was 14, he goes, right son, now it's time to go off and do other styles. And I remember putting the black belt on, and I go, okay, magic's gonna happen now. I'm gonna be like my teacher. Now I have this black belt, yes. So I turned up to class, kids, still the same, everything was still the same. I jumped up, still the same. And I remember looking in the mirror, and looking at myself, looking down at the black belt, okay, this is not what I expected. And then things got a little harder, and I was like, this is where the learning begins. And I realized that this is the beginning of my learning. The build up to getting the black belt was just training so you can be ready to start learning. And and it was a good lesson for me. And I trained even harder, and it was, I was very lucky from when I was 15. I represented Great Britain in the Wushu team, and I picked up Wushu very quickly, but it was still hard. My passion for Wushu was very strong, and martial arts. And so I continued with that throughout my life. And then on the side, as part of my training, I would kickbox. And when I say kickbox, I would just get the take the essence of Thai boxing, kickboxing, Rocky Balboa training. If you put the theme of Rocky on, I can actually show you the shadow boxing in beat. And I actually did the whole thing. I'm sure most of you have. Doom, 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 doom. Believe me, I do that. It's as cheesy as it sounds. When my buddy comes over, we're old school, we'll put Rocky on, the first tune on, we're like, really? And we'll warm up, crank up the sounds in my garage, and I'm like, come on, let's do this. Because I don't want to forget where I started, because where all the dreams and the passion started was when I was a little kid, and vision, and imagining one day I can fly, one day I can run up the wall. And because of those dreams, I'm getting to live it out now. And so I'm able to grasp other styles and pick up. And I've always been in love with katana, like samurai, ninja. But in the Chinese martial arts, we never did it. But on the side, I did, without my teacher knowing. I would practice, and then and play video games, and then practice, and go, wow, that was really cool. And then copy the moves I would see on video games. Because sometimes the video game moves were better than what you saw in films. And where was I? What was that thing I was talking about?
Oh, you lost me, man.
I
was just having fun listening to you talk about shadowboxing.
There's a reason I was
And I'm trying to ignore the sign in the back that says time is up. I don't see you there.
I'll tell you another story. I'll tell you a story. I'm on set. No, we're rehearsing right now. Right, so I'm doing my fight scenes. And I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes with Ewan talking about everyone made their own lightsaber noises. Well, I do it regardless. I make sound effects when I'm fighting. And I feel like, so if we're learning it, I'm going, I'll go, and I'm not just doing this to entertain. I can watch this video. I got video even, but I'm not going to show you it.
Show it to them online.
But I have video of us like. I have a certain thing on, that's why I'm not going to that. This next one. Oh, wait. So it's worse than that normally, right? Normally, I'm going, and then before this little film, this was on Thursday we filmed this, just to see, and then everyone's laughing. They're laughing because I'm like, ooh. And they're like, Ray, you're just so funny because I'm making the sound effects, but I just can't help it. And then I did a movie where I have to have a gun, and they're like, it's blanks, we're not going to shoot, you're going to pretend you're going to have a recoil. So I go, I'm acting, Gareth, you see my face, I think it was Hellbinders. And I'm like this, and I go, I'm not joking, so because I'm trying to be like, yeah, a badass, the director comes in and he's like, Ray. No piano, so I'm going, So it's hard sometimes being a big kid and trying not to be a big kid, So,
all right. Well, I see the diffuser coming up to diffuse the situation. Let's give a big round of applause for Ray Park, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for sticking around. We really appreciate it. You guys are really wonderful.
Check out G.I. Joe next year. It's coming out summer. We're rehearsing. That was me rehearsing for Snake Eyes, you heard. And then Star Wars is coming out in 3D. So check it out. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Rampage Fitness Academy is located at 23681 Via Linda, Suite A, in Mission Viejo, California, 92691. Call them at 949-830-7267. Cardio kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, regular boxing, yoga, or women's classes only. Rampage Fitness Academy has it all. Check them out at rampagefitnessacademy.com.